Hey guys, Cricket. While back I made a favorite horror movie top 5. And I feel like up to today that it needs to be tweaked. Not even just the movies themselves that I put, but the way I explained it and such. So this is my revised top 5. Vomit Gore Trilogy. Let me just say, what Lucifer Valentine does is magical. It's evil, but it's evil magical, okay? Like, hear me out. He has the ability to control you without even being near you, okay? You pop in one of his movies, and what he does hypothetically is he will come in to your room or your living room, preferably your room because you don't want to show this movie to just anybody, and he reaches out his hand and he says, "Come with me and I'm going to take you to a place that you've never been." And out of curiosity, you're like, okay, sounds fun. And before you can say no, it's already too late because he's gotcha. And you're like, no, wait. And you're like, wait, oh my God, what's happening? And he takes something from you, anything. Because the way his movies are, it's almost so vague that anyone can relate to it, anyone. And he just takes something out of you, your deepest fears, it could be anything. And he just puts it in front of you and says, look at this. Look at this! And he turns it into an art form. And he makes it so beautiful, so eye-pleasing. You can't, as a horror lover, you can't look away. You're like, no, I can't. Oh my, wow. You can't look away. And, the first time I watched it, like I've said before, I was like, what is this? What is going on? I don't even understand. And quite honestly, first couple of times, I only watched it for, the gore shock value, basically. I was like, oh, that's fucked up. After watching it more and more times, you learn, the story behind it and what all the real meanings are. And you're like, wow, there's so much shit going on in this movie that it's crazy. All at once. And once you got it figured out, it's mind-blowing. And the thing is, you don't figure the whole thing out because it's not set in stone. It's not like, here you go. A lot of it is left open to interpretation, which at first really pissed me off because I like being told, this is how it is, But then I learned to appreciate it because you can use your imagination. And I think in a way, you use your imagination to the point where you make it scary for yourself. You're just like, wow. You scare yourself. If that makes sense. There's an airplane outside. You are fucking rude. Shut up. Vomit Gore Trilogy, Lucifer Valentine, I fucking love you! August Underground. Not just any August Underground Penance. I've seen, obviously, the entire August Underground trilogy, and for the longest time, I thought that Mortem was my favorite. I thought that because the brutality in it is pretty extreme. But then I came to realize that Penance was my favorite. I didn't pick up. And I just puked, not really. There is just August Underground in general. It, to me, there's this unique, it gives you this feeling. You don't really have to know what's going on at first, but the moment that these people lead you down into that basement, there is this feeling inside of you. That feeling like when you look at a dark alley and you're like, don't go down there. That's the way this movie makes you feel. Like, there's just this something they do that makes everything seem gritty and filthy and sinful, and it's fantastic. And the whole trilogy, like, when you first watch it, you kind of almost feel bad. You're like, I should not be watching this. I should feel bad for these people right now. Like, why am I sitting here with the biggest fucking smile on my face while I'm watching these people die? That's not okay. But, oh my god, there's something about it. I fucking love it. Like, your heart starts pounding and you're just like, ah, this is great. And what's great about Penance is that there's more of an emotional aspect with it. And you see the progressional downfall of the two main characters' relationship to the point where I was almost in tears. Like, it was heartbreaking. You're just like, oh my fuck. Like, you couldn't even look anymore. You're just like, wow, that's fucked up. Yeah. Next is Mom and Dad. I honestly don't understand why nobody has, like, put this, well, not that I've seen, put this on, like, a list of, you know, people's favorite movies. This is a really kick-ass movie, and it's one of those ones that I can just watch again and again and again and again. It's on Netflix, and for some of the stuff that's in it, it's like, cool. Is this Netflix appropriate? Like, what the fuck? It kind of gave me, like, this, like, August Underground, this weird feeling inside of me where I was like, wow, if I ever leave the house, I don't ever want to talk to anybody. Especially, children, because not only do they lure you in, they're just fucking assholes. Okay? And they're all conspiring to fucking kidnap you and make you a part of this weird family shit. I don't even know. But just moral of the story, do not talk to anybody that is not inside of your house. Ever. 120 Days of Sodom, or Salo. This movie gave me such a weird feeling. I started it when I first turned it on. I was like, I am not gonna like this movie. This looks fucking stupid, like, as fuck. And I'm like sitting there the whole time just like, come on, like, let's go. And the progression of my expression was kind of something like this throughout the movie. What? That's fucking awesome! I never thought I could have, like, this is just, it's a fun film. As fucked up as that sounds, it's a fun film. and you watch it, and you're having a good time watching these people and knowing that someone in this world has a worse life than me, and I'm just watching it on fucking my television, just being like, ha, sucks for you, because you're eating shit, and listening to sluts talk about eating shit and getting fucked in the ass and all this stuff that I just don't ever have to do in this lifetime, and that's just awesome. Fuck you. A Serbian film. I know a lot of you guys rag on this movie, like, oh, you're not into hardcore shit, you just like a Serbian film. Okay, first and foremost, shut the fuck up. This was my first film that was not, something that was played in theaters. We'll call it that. It was my first, and it was my, it took my extreme horror movie virginity, we'll say. And let me say that by the end of that movie, I mean, I probably watched it years ago, and by the end of that movie, I was shaking. I was like, I didn't even, for days, I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this world? I was like, oh my god. I was having nightmares. Just, it made me think so much. Like, I've never seen anything like that. Ever. Never in my life was I ever exposed to something like that. And, what that movie did to me was made me numb to every other fucking movie. After that, I couldn't watch a horror movie without it being something fucking ape shit crazy. Cause then you're just watching other movies and you're like, yeah, this is alright. And people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is great. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. You know. And just the idea of the movie, it takes two things that just should never be put together. Pornography and family. And it's like, that is just such a sickening, like, combination. It just makes you like, ugh. Again, it's one of those movies that makes you feel dirty as you're watching it. You're like, I should be shutting this off, but I can't. Because I need to watch this. I need to. And you just feel sick with yourself. It's bad. But, I don't care what people say. A lot of people, it's not an extreme movie. Oh, well, why don't you go, shove a pickle up your ass, okay? Like, I hate you. Shut up. I don't care. This was one of my first movies, and to this day is still gonna be one of my favorites. Yup.